Hey guys, how's it going? Back again. Going to go for red this time. Gonna do another head. Gonna see what we come out with. I am using reference off the screen, like for the basic shapes and the idea, but they usually change quite a lot actually before they get finished, or before they are finished. But yeah, this is kind of just pretty relaxing, pretty kind of. I think it could be good for a warm up, like if you're looking to get into sculpting something heavy and a lot of small detail and stuff. Not that I have much experience, like, do you know what I mean? I have been in the hobby for a while, but between actually sculpting, it's only been the last few years doing it kind of properly and trying to get better. Not actively getting better, like I'm not, let's say, practicing to become professional or anything like this, but it's more so you want to advance in whatever you're doing, be it even a hobby. You want to get better and to try different materials maybe, but the this stuff, Fimo, is pretty common around in craft shops, and like I said before, it's not massively expensive for what it is, for how much you get. I think if you're doing quite big things, yeah, you'd probably go through a bit of it quite quick. But if you're doing, I was going to say little heads, but if you're doing 28mm heads, yeah, you'd be a while getting through it. But like I said, these are quite big for 28mm, but I'm using them for. I kind of just make random stuff. Like a lot of the time, it's not for a particular game or a particular system. It's just something that I think is cool, and I want to make it. If anything, when I have to make something for a game or a system, it's actually kind of like, I don't know. Even if I want to do it, it's kind of boring. I don't know. It's silly. It doesn't make sense, does it? Unless you're kind of hype for a game. I suppose it kind of wanes the interest in things, comes and goes. It would be handy if I'd have it in focus and you could actually see what I'm doing, so they're just hearing me shining on. So this guy's got a pretty different kind of head setup. It's kind of longer. His mouth is going to be down here. The plan is to have him shouting, but I suppose we'll kind of see how that works out. Maybe do teeth. I really like doing really, really obvious teeth, because when you're painting, when you pick them out, it's really, I don't know, it's really satisfying to put the white on them, or whatever color you're going to go, usually white or kind of a cream or something. And I don't know, this is a really satisfying step. A lot of people like doing painting rims on bases as like a final step, but I think doing teeth is quite cool as well. Put his nose in now. So I suppose I could give him a little bit more of a goblin nose. The reference image I'm using, I don't think it is a goblin. It's more of like a troll. And like details, when you're working at this scale, are so much easier. Okay, now this guy just looks like a man, so I'll have to give him a bit more of a exaggerated nose. He just looks like kind of an old man now at this stage, but we'll mess him up a bit more and see what he ends up like. But yeah, when you're working at this scale, it's kind of like you can accentuate the emotions or the expressions, that's the word, a lot more, because it's just, you've got the space to play with. And I'm sure, like, if you were to do these properly, realistic-ish, however realistic you want to get by doing a goblin, like a bust of a goblin. Like, I've seen some amazing ones and they're just like ridiculous. Like, I used to think, oh, why would people buy things just to paint them? Because a lot of people complain, or not complain, but like a lot of people aren't the most massive fans of the painting part of wargaming. You know, a lot of people are a bit, I don't know, frustrated. Like there's so many videos of speed paint this, you know, challenge and bits and bobs like that, which I get, and it's entertaining. If you come at it from that angle, but there must be so many people out there that are there, like, you know, actually, I kind of like painting. I don't want to speed through it. That looks odd now. His nose. I'll have to give more of a bridge on his nose because it kind of I just lengthened it. Okay, that's a bit better. So these heads are getting bigger and bigger, I think, actually. Every time I do one, they're just getting bigger. But this is what I'm saying. I could put this on a wrestling figure. So there's these wrestling figures that I saw that I have a good few actually of, because they're good for like bigger creatures and bigger kind of monsters. That I got in the pound shop probably a few years ago now, and still got a good few of them left. Super cheap, like, and quite good, like muscle definition and stuff like that. But they're good for bigger baddies. Like you pretty easily do maybe not a Mordor troll, but something kind of middle size. You could get a bigger one, do like a Mordor troll for the Middle Earth strategy battle game, something like that. And once you have the scale decently right, I think if you're playing a friendly match, I don't think people would mind too much. Do you know what I mean? Once it's not, you know, ridiculously small, or like it's pretty fair game wise. Now he seems to be going off, his mouth is kind of going off at an angle this way. And you know what? I kind of like it. So he's going to do that. And I might have a go at doing some teeth, some square teeth. So he's kind of got that similar orc face, you know, GW orc, small, very small forehead, big long. I suppose I have no idea what this bit is called between the bottom of your nose should be and the top of your mouth. I don't know what that bit of your face is called. Top upper lip, but it's not actually your lip. It's a bit like above your upper lip. Does that have a name? These are the questions that need to be answered. But yeah, we'll get this guy shouting and roaring about something. Very cartoony, like, do you know what I mean? He actually looks like he's in pain more than anything now. Maybe we could lean into that. You could, like I said before, you could use ball bearings or you could use the glass beads. But I'm just going to do it this way and use the Vaseline to kind of smooth it out a little bit, make him a bit angry, put his eyebrows in a bit. Yeah, this guy's doing something. I think all my sculpts seem to have, their eyebrows are very aggressive. I think I need to try softer features. Not on this guy right now. At some stage, just to see how it turns out. That's kind of something. I don't know if the red is showing up at all, really. And I'm going to see if I can get in a row of teeth. Maybe some teeth coming out the bottom. I think like buck teeth and stuff like that coming out are quite cool in miniature form. I suppose like in real life would be, you know, a pain. You just go to the dentist and get them sorted. And I just think it's mad because like everybody has to go to the dentist. Like it's just, I don't know what it is. It's obviously the food or something we eat has messed your teeth up. And yeah, obviously if you don't brush them and you don't take care of them, this and that, they're going to get worse. But like, I think even just if you brush your teeth, maybe I could be wrong now. Tell me if I'm actually wrong and I have no idea. If you brush your teeth and kept care of them and kept going to the dentist when you had the hygienist and all this, I still think your teeth would go to crap. Like obviously with old age they would, but it's just, is it just what's in the market food wise now, or like what's going on? Like people's teeth are just like all over the shop. And never mind when you get a wisdom tooth. Like I've got one coming in at a freaking angle, like a ridiculous angle, like, and it's just causing problems. What's all that about? Like, where's the design in that? Huh? No. I'm not calling anybody out. Okay, his face is actually going in a mad direction altogether. But let's lean into it. Let's lean into it. And we'll give him a few teeth up top here for the crack. One or two. More so just for like the painting side of it. And the other side of it is all that I was thinking, because obviously this clay is painted, is coloured already. Like, yeah, I could be using like, you know, red for the skin. I could put black inside his mouth, and that kind of thing, and have to do very little actually painting when it comes down to that stage of it. Which I've done before, and just having to like dry brush and wash things. Okay, this is getting mad, lads. His mouth is going in all directions. Yeah, and I did a guy, I think it was a guy from Our Real Monsters, and I barely had to paint him. I think I just had to do like washes and dry brushes, like I said, and he was done. It was cool. But I think that was with that cheapy clay as well, and he's a bit brittle, like, but sure, feck, it's grand. Sometimes it's kind of just random pokes and prods with the tools to give a bit more random, not necessarily correct texture. You know, this guy's kind of coming along. I was wondering at the start, he looked a bit just like an old man, which they all kind of do, until I started messing up his face altogether and going in different directions. Do you know what I mean? Like, look, look at those cool teeth, you know? Straight away you're like, I want to paint those. Or not, I don't know. And actually, do you know what? Because they're square teeth, rounded, it makes them look goofier or something. This clay doesn't show up fantastic, actually. So the red is probably a no-go in the future. Or the solid red. Maybe a brown would be better. Just for the camera and the lights and stuff like that. In my studio. So now his mouth is so open that it actually feels kind of like it's silly that it's so empty. Yeah. I think I've created a problem for myself having to sort this out. But at least he's got a bit of emotion, he's got a bit of movement, he's got passion. And that's what we're all here for, isn't it, really? Find your passion. Oh, who's your man? Bob Ross. Is that his name? I could be wrong. Bob Ross. Is that the guy who does the painting? Or he doesn't do it anymore. There's actually an Irish lad that does that. Actually, do you know what? I don't know if he's around anymore. He's on like the Irish channel, TG Cahar. And he do the kind of Bob Ross chatting to the camera thing. I don't know. He was actually kind of better. He was cool though. He's like the Irish version of it. They obviously ripped him off, like Bob Ross. They obviously took the idea, but I don't think he'd mind. Hey, that's kind of a cool like troll head. I'm gonna make his nose a bit wibbly wobbly off to the angle as well. Yeah, that's kind of cool, you know. Oh, it's same again. Quite different to the inspiration. I like his aggressive cheekbones. Maybe not aggressive. Aggressive maybe isn't the word. His pronounced. Something like that. That's a good word, isn't it? Cheekbones. Now, this is the type of thing you can listen to when you're getting your hobby on. Shout out to all the people out there getting down with their hobby. Yeah, shout out to you. You've had a long day of work. You said, "Oh, fantastic! New upload. Let's go." Fucking drive super fast home. Run upstairs. Don't even say hello to your family. Slam the door. Take out your leftover lunch. Munch on your apple pieces. I say yippee. Another upload. Yeah, this actually, you know what I mean? This actually came out pretty cool. It's a bit messy, but I kind of like this guy. I'm gonna do a little bit more here. These all seem to be in and around the, I don't know, 15 minutes, 16-minute kind of mark. But this guy is looking like he's a bit messy, so I'll have to clean him up. As if it's not my fault, you know what I mean? I say he's messy, even though I am the one who created him. Yeah, maybe his tongue would have to be sticking out as well. I was going to say, to make this make sense, something's going to have to be done, but that's just a fool's errand. To make this make sense. Who am I flipping kidding? So this is going to be more teeth down here. I suppose he should have fangs, but I think it's a bit late in the day for fangs. Did you get me, bruv? So that's what English people say. Did you get me, bruv? So he's like roaring. So he's a bit angry. He looks like he's going into battle, but then he's after getting shot on the way in, and he's a bit pissed off about it. And all his friends are after running ahead of him, and he says, "Lads, here, don't kill them all before I get there, lads." Oh, like, actually, I think this kind of reminded me. I showed my little boy the scene in the Return of the King movie where the Mordor trolls bust into the gate of Minas Tirith and smash up the Minas Tirith soldiers after Gandalf's there, like, saying his speech. I'm not going to count it. I don't know it now, but you know what I mean. He says, "Warriors of Gondor, blah, blah, blah," whatever. It's cool, like, yeah, it's good. And they get absolutely mangled, like. And he was like, "Oh, I want to watch that." I'm not allowed to show it to him. He's too small, but like, he was flipping hype. So, the indoctrination, that's not how you say that word. It's going as planned. Okay, let's just call this guy good. I think this guy, poor guy, he's not going to end up having any ears. You can't win them all. He's just having ears. He's got some. Get one eyebrow lower than the other one. Yeah, it's all a bit messed up. That's cool. So I think most of the time it's not even in focus, is it? It's kind of annoying, lads, is it? But anyway, and his back of his head is smashed in. Well, I think this guy's going to have to be on a bigger body base. I'm not going to sculpt the body. I'll just stick him on a toy or something. But same again. I was going to try stick to the reference. I say reference. It's more like, cool picture that I want to copy, basically. But this guy is gone miles different. But it's cool, like, deadly. Happy with him as well. It's silly, but like the mouth is, it's messy, but I think it's good. I'm saying it. I don't know why I have to say it's like a negative at the same time, because it is crap. I think for 20 minutes, it's not too bad, is it? Don't look at the back of it. Yeah, I won't show you the back. There's going to be scales or something there. Hair. I'll give him hair. I'll give him hair. Class. Cool. Okay, that's another one, guys. Give it a go. Give this a go. Make something stupid. You can make a little squig. You could make anything. You can make a fucking mad head. You can, you know what I mean? Stick it on a toy and paint it and use it in a game or just have fun. Let me know what you think. and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck.